Okay, so welcome to all of you. Today we will see what do we mean by congruence modulo n. Okay, so the theory of the congruence that we will see. Okay, so we'll take a definition of the congruence modulo n. Okay, so this is the definition. Let n be a fixed positive integer. So that means n is a natural number. It is a fixed. Two integers a and b are said to be congruent modulo n. That means we have taken two integers. They may be positive, may be negative. Whatever the integers are there, they are said to be congruent modulo n if n divide a minus b. Okay, and this is the standard notation. So that means what here? So that means what? N divide a minus b implies that a is congruent to b mod n. Okay, so now note. So n divide a minus b. N divide a minus b. This implies that n divide b minus a also. B minus a also. That means what here? This is what we can write. This b is a mod n. Also we can write this. Okay. So by the definition, we know that what n divide a, n divide minus a also. Because what n divide a means what? A is equal to nx. Right. So this implies that what I can write minus nx. So that is n into minus x. Right. That means what here? Minus a is the integral multiple of n. That means n divide minus x. Okay. So this you can write. Okay. So we see some examples whether this is true or not. Okay. So example. Suppose I have taken 25 is congruent to 3 mod 4. Suppose. Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Okay, so if it is true, then what is it? 4 divide 25 minus 3. Okay, so 4 divides 25 minus 3 is 22. So can we write 22 as a 22 is equal to 4 times some integer? No. 22 is not equal to 4 into x. So x belongs to z. You cannot write this. Right? So therefore what? Therefore 25 is not congruent to 3 mod 4. 25 is not congruent to 3 mod 4. Okay? So we'll take one more examples. Whether this is true. Whether this is true. Whether this is true. Suppose this is, I have take 27 is congruent to 3 mod. Okay, I take the 4 now. Okay. So what here? N divide a minus b. Okay. So I write a minus b. Your a is what here? So your a is what? 27. Your b is 3. Okay. So a minus b is what? 27 minus 3. That is 24. Can I write 24 as a 4 into some integer? Yes, I can write 4 into 6 now. Right? So therefore what? 4 divide a minus b. So that means what? 4 divide a minus b means what? This implies that 4 a is congruent to b mod 4. What is your a? That implies that 27 is congruent to 3 mod 4. Okay. So I hope that you understand the definition of this one. Okay. A is congruent to b mod n means n divide a minus b. Okay. So how to check this? That you understand also. Okay. We'll take one more example so that you will understand this one. 19 is congruent to 11 mod 4. Is it true? Is it true? So we'll check. So 19 minus 11 is 8. Is it multiple of 4? Yes, this is what? 4 into 2. So therefore 19 is congruent to 11 mod 4 is true. Is true. Okay. So we'll take another example. 17 is congruent to 7 mod 3. Is it true now? Is it true? 17 is congruent to 7 mod 3. Is it true? So we'll take the difference now. 17 minus 7. 17 minus 7 is 10. So this is not equal to 3 times some integer m. Right? So that means what here? 17 is not congruent to 7 mod 3. 7 mod 3. I will take a note down here. Okay, so let x belong to z. X is an integer. That means it may be even or not. Okay, x is even if x is congruent to 0 mod 2. 0 mod 2. Remember this. Okay, and second is what? X is r if x is congruent to 1 mod 2. Right? X minus 1 is the multiple of 2 now. Right? X minus 1 is the multiple of 2. X minus 1 is the multiple of 2. That means x minus 1 is even. X minus 1 is even means x is odd. Now we'll see the properties of this one. We'll see the properties of this one. Okay. So let theorem. Let n belongs to 1 be a fix. Be a fix A, B, C, D be any integers. Be any integers. Then 1 A is congruent to A mod n. Second A is congruent to B mod n. Then B is congruent to A mod n. Third, if A is congruent to B mod n and B is congruent to C mod n, then A is congruent to C mod n. C mod n. Okay, so we'll take the proof of this one. Proof. So what do I have to prove? Proof of the 1 1. A is congruent to A mod n. That means what? So see. So if you have seen this, A is related to B, if and only A is congruent to B mod n. So you know the equivalence relation, right? So equivalence relation means what? It is reflexive, symmetric, transitive. So congruence modulo n is an equivalence relation. Congruence modulo n. This is the congruence modulo n. That means A is related to B if and only if A is congruent to B modulo n. We can prove this is the equivalence relation with the help of these three. Right? So if the question is asked like this, what A? So this is what? This is your Z now. We'll define the relation on Z. Is that done? So for AB belongs to Z and n is a fixed positive integer, right? N is a fixed positive integer. A is related to B if and only if A is congruent to B mod n. Then show that this theta is an equivalence relation. Just you have to prove this 3 one. Just you have to prove this 3, right? So that 3 will be your equivalence relation now. Okay, so we'll check how to prove this one now. So first one. See, A is congruent to A mod n means what? A minus A is equal to 0. So this is what I can write 0 into n. Right? So what does this imply then? 0 into n. That means A minus A is the integral multiple of n. 0 is the integer. Right? So 0 is the integer. So that means what? N divide A minus A. So this implies that A is congruent to A mod n. Right? So we'll write that theta is a reflexive. Right? So here what? Theta is a reflexive. Here it is not. Just write. You prove this one now here. Okay? So if they ask like this, right? Then what? You have to prove this one. Okay. The second one now. Second. Proof of the second is what? What is given? So if A is congruent to B mod n, okay. So given that A is congruent to B mod n, B is congruent to A mod n. So what I have to prove? B is congruent to A mod n. That means the relation is symmetric now, right? A is related to B, B is related to C. So you have to prove that this is okay. What does this imply? N divide A minus B, right? So this implies that N divide A minus B, N divide its multiple also, right? So minus of A minus B, N also divide its negative also. That means what? A divide B implies that A divide minus B, right? We are applying this one. So what does this imply then? N divide B minus A. And what does this imply? B is congruent to A mod N by definition. By definition. Okay. Okay. So we are through now. Okay. So we'll go to third one. Third one is what? Given that A is congruent to B mod N and B is congruent to C mod N. That means what? What we have given? A is related to B, B is related to C, and what we have to prove? A is related to C. This you have to prove. Okay. So what does this imply? N divide A minus B and N divide B minus C. What you have to prove? What you have to prove? A is congruent to C mod N. What you have to prove then? N divide A minus C. N divide A minus C. Right? This you have to prove. Now we know that A divide B, A divide C, both A are same now here. Then A divide B plus C also, or B minus C also, or you can multiply B to any number and C to any number, and you can take the addition or subtraction, whatever. That means what here? A divide Bx plus C also, Bx plus Cy also, right? You can multiply to any number. You can multiply to any number here also. You can take the addition or the subtraction, whatever you want. So just you will take the addition of this one now. So N divide A minus B plus B minus C. Okay. What does this imply then? N divide. So A minus, so B get cancelled. So this is what? A minus C. And this is what? A is congruent. Just by the definition of the congruence modulo N. So C mod N. So we are through. Okay. So now we'll take another thing. Next theorem. Let n greater than be fixed. A, B, C, D be integers. A, B, C, D be the integers. If A is congruent to B mod N, and C is congruent to D mod N, then A plus C is congruent to B plus D mod N, and AC is congruent to BD mod N. AC is congruent to BD mod N. Okay, so proof. What we are given? Given that A is congruent to B mod N and C is congruent to D mod N. You have to prove first one. So what does this imply? N divide A minus B. N divide A minus B and N divide C minus D. Right? So N divide A, N divide B, then N divide its sum also. So this implies that N divide A minus B plus C minus D. So this implies that I will take the positive term first. A plus C minus B plus D. Now I can write this. Right? Now this is your A and this is your B. What does this imply then? This is what? A plus C is congruent to B plus D. You have to write the B plus D in bracket. Okay? So mod N. So C, A plus C is congruent to B plus D mod N. So we are through. Okay? So now we have to prove this. AC is congruent to BD mod N. Okay? So now, okay. Second one, for second. This is for first one. Okay, for first one given like this. Okay, so we'll write this is what first one, and we'll write this instead of and we'll write this is the second one. Second one. Okay, we'll go for the second one now. What for to prove the second one? What we have given? A is congruent to B more than C. We have given this. So up to this it will be the same now. Up to this it will be the same. What we have to prove? AC divide AC is congruent. That means what? N divide AC minus BD now. N divide AC. That means AC minus BD is the integral multiple of N. That we have to prove. Okay. So this implies that I will write this is what A minus B is equal to NX. Okay. C minus D is equal to NY. XY belongs to. I have to change the root now. So I cannot directly do this one multiply by this and multiply by this. I cannot do this like this, right? I have to change the root like this. Okay. So now you have to find AC now. So I will find the value of A here now. What? B plus NX now. Your B shifted to that side. Okay. Now D will be shifted to that side. So D plus NY. Right? I will take the product now. See, I get AC now here. Product. So what is this? Is B plus NX and here what? D plus NY. Okay. So this implies that AC is equal to AC. I will take the product of that one. I will take the product of that one. So this is what? BD plus BNY plus NXT plus N square XY. Okay. I will shift BD to this side. I will shift this BD to this side. So minus BD now. And I will take N common. I will take N common. What I did? I have shifted this BD to this side. So AC minus BD. And everywhere N is there, I will take the N common. So that is what then? BY plus XD plus NXY. Okay. Whatever this your XY, A, B, C, D and N, all are the integer. N is natural number. That means N is the whatever the natural number not given. It is what? Integer. So that means what here? Product of the integer or product of the natural number is natural. Product of the integer is integer. Sum of the integer is integer. So that means this is integer. What does this imply then? This implies that N divide AC minus BD. Right? Because what? AC minus BD is N times some integer. So therefore AC is congruent to BD mod N. We are through. Okay? So we are through. Very simple property. Okay? Okay, so we'll take one more theorem. One more theorem. So yeah, let N be the fixed, A, B, C, D be the integers. Okay? So if A is congruent to B mod N, then A plus C is congruent to B plus C mod N, then 1. And second, AC is congruent to BC mod N. AC is congruent to BC mod N. Solution. Given I'll take the 1. Okay. So 1. Given that A is congruent to B mod N. What does this imply? N divide A minus B. N divide A minus B. Okay. So what I have to do? What I have to prove? N divide A plus C minus B plus C. So what I want here? A plus C, and here what? Instead of B, I want the B plus C. I can write this as C. N divide. I can write this is what? A plus C minus B plus C. See, if you simplify this, what we get? If you open the bracket, what we get? A plus C minus B minus C. Your C get cancelled. So A minus B. So we are through. So this is what? Directly you can write. Very simple proof of this one. B plus C mod N. You may write bracket here or not. So, okay. So bracket should be there. Okay. So A plus C is congruent to B plus C mod N. So we are through now. Okay. Okay, so here also we can write this is what. Okay, so we'll write the second one now. We'll prove the second one. Is what? AC is congruent to BC mod N. Okay, so what we have given? What we have given? A is congruent to B mod N. A is congruent to B mod N. That means N divided this. I can multiply C here now. N divide C into A minus B. Because I have seen that N divide A implies that N divide AX. How? Because A is equal to N times Y. Okay, I can multiply by AX now. This is what NXY. Still N is there. So N divide what? AX. So I can multiply here. I cannot multiply here. No? I cannot multiply here. But I can multiply down. Okay. So that means what here? This implies that. This implies that N divide AC minus BC. And this implies that AC is congruent to BC mod N. Right? So AC is congruent to B modulo N. BC modulo N. So this is actually read as AC is congruent to BC modulo N. Right? But modulo, the full spelling is not needed here. So just mod N. Okay? So A is congruent to B mod N, or you can say modulo N. Okay, so we'll take next theorem. Let ABCD be the integer. So if D is not there, then no need to have the D there. Okay? So if A is congruent to B mod N, then A raised to K is congruent to B raised to K modulo N. K is positive integer. K is positive integer. So proof or solution, given that A is congruent to B modulo N. So this implies that N divide A minus B. N divide A minus B. Okay, so I can write this is what N divide A minus B. I can multiply whatever I want here. So I will multiply by this A raised to K minus 1 plus A raised to K minus 2 B plus dot B raised to K minus 1. I can multiply whatever I want. But this product is see, you know that A minus B into A plus B is equal to A square minus B square. Then what? A minus B into A square plus AB plus B square is same as what? This is same as this is equal to A cube minus B cube. Right? So A minus B into what? A raised to 4 A cube B plus A square B square plus A B cube plus B raised to 4. This is same as A raised to 5 minus B raised to 5. Right? The same thing here now. So that means what here? N divide A raised to K minus B raised to K. So this implies that A raised to K is congruent to B raised to K modulo N. Okay. So this is the nice theorem for this is nice means basic theorem for the congruence modulo N. I hope that you understand the definition of the congruence modulo N. So simple definition was A is congruent to B modulo N is what? N divide A minus B. Okay. Very simple. And with the help of the definition we have proved this theorem very easily. Okay. So this is very easy now. Congruence modulo N is very easy. So try to understand all those things. Try to prove independently in that 5 theorems. Okay. So we'll stop here.